Hello, I'm Ryan Murray with Ohio Real Title. Thank you again for working with our remote online notarization team. I wanted to take a moment to explain the closing statement or statements that have been sent to you. If you're working with a cash buyer, you will simply have the Alta Seller's Settlement Statement. Alta stands for American Land Title Association. If your buyer is working with a lender, you will also have a closing disclosure. So starting with the Alta Seller's Settlement Statement, you'll see the breakdown of the debits and credits. Credits will include your purchase price plus any adjustments due from the buyer. Could be for a homeowners association or other items, but typically it's just going to be the sales price. Then the first debit you're going to get to are the tax prorations. Property taxes in Ohio are paid in arrears. The most recent tax bill would have paid a period from 6 to 12 months ago. The buyer will be responsible for the tax bills that come out moving forward. So there is a deduction to you based on the current tax amount, a credit to the buyer for the exact same amount, and then they pay the future tax bills. If you do have any mortgage payoffs, those will show next. Then you get to the government recording and transfer charges. This is the conveyance fee to the county. It's based on $1, $2, $3, or $4 per thousand of the sales price, depending what county your property is in. Next comes the commissions. If there are realtors involved, then your portion of the title charges, and then any additional fees such as deed preparation, holds for any utility bills, or any other miscellaneous charges. You add up all those charges and you get the total debit amount, subtract it from the credit amount, and you get the total due to seller. Next, we go to the closing disclosure. This is required by the lender. It's a little more confusing, but it's still not that complicated. You have section M, which is the total due to the seller at closing. That's going to be the sales price along with any adjustments from the buyer. And then you go to section N and you get the total due from the seller. Number 2 in section N is broken down on the second page of the disclosure. So that's where you would see that amount. Then you go down to any tax adjustment, and there may show a title policy adjustment depending on where your property is. So you add up all of that, you come up to the same number for the debits from the Alta Seller's Settlement Statement, and you see the cash to close to the seller. So those two amounts match. And that is the breakdown of the charges and credits and how we get to the proceeds number. And thank you again for the opportunity to work with you on your sale.